All right. Good afternoon to those on the East Coast. Good morning to those in Central and West Coast locations. My name is Barry Sloane, President, CEO, and founder of Newtek One, Inc., the publicly traded financial holding company, stock symbol NEWT, Newtek on the NASDAQ, and CEO and Chairman of the Board of Newtek Bank National Association. Today we wanted to introduce Newtek Bank National Association to our customer base, some that were acquired from National Bank of New York City, and then new customers that have recently joined our family. We will have a Q&A at the end of the presentation, which I think should last about 30 minutes or so. And all of you can provide questions through the Q&A button that you could see on the webinar. Just click it, and you'll be able to process a question right into the system, and we'd be more than happy to take care of that question for you. So once again, my name is Barry Sloane, Chairman and CEO, Newtek Bank National Association, and we thought it would be important to introduce Newtek Bank National Association, and for me to particularly introduce myself and thank all of you for your business and becoming clients and depositors and borrowers of Newtek Bank National Association. Newtek Bank NA was formed by acquiring National Bank of New York City by Newtek One, the financial holding company, on January 6th of 2023. I think it's important to note, and one of the reasons why we're doing this presentation is Newtek Bank NA is not like any other bank. We're going to go through this presentation and really give you a sense of the many, many reasons why you are banking with us and should continue to bank with us, deposit funds, borrow money from us, as well as enjoy other services that we can provide to you. The Newtek family of companies has got a very nice, long, interesting, positive history. It was formed in 1998 out of a spare bedroom in a New York City apartment 120 West 18th Street, apartment 4B. And there were three founders that created the company. And the basic reason for establishing the organization in 1998 was to provide financial and business solutions primarily to small and medium-sized business owners. And obviously, Newtek Bank NA also handles consumer opportunities, and we'll be talking about that today. I think it's important to note the thesis and the mission of Newtek to focus on independent business owners, small and medium-sized businesses, and do it in all 50 states. Was part of the goal in making the acquisition of National Bank of New York City, in that by owning a depository, offering depository services, we can actually do a much better job for our clients. In addition, as you'll see through the Newtek Advantage, which will be one of the things that we'll be talking about today, and that is the technological interface that we give to all of our customers free of charge. You'll be able to see the many things that we do, whether you're a consumer or an independent business owner today, and how we can help you and your business. The one company that makes your business better, the one company that makes your business more successful, the one company that you need to partner with. We do, as a bank, what other banks and financial institutions do not. There's a tremendous metamorphosis going on today in the financial services industry. I would say 98% of the credit unions and banks out there all look and feel and smell the same. We're different, and you'll be seeing that throughout the course of this presentation. On slide number 1, we talked about the transaction. On January 6th, the former owners of National Bank of New York City sold 100% of the common stock of the bank to Newtek One, a publicly traded NASDAQ company. Once again, I think it's important to note that the primary reason for the acquisition of the bank was the fact that we now can offer all of our services in combination through the Newtek Advantage to our depositors and borrowers. And very shortly, as many of you log on to the traditional legacy information system through Newtek, you're going to be driven right into the Newtek Advantage, which we'll discuss a bunch of advantageous services, functions, and feature functionality that you get in the Advantage that you don't get from any other bank or financial institution. Newtek One's been established a long period of time, 1998, and became a public company in September of 2000. As of June 30th, the publicly traded holding company had $1.4 billion of assets, which includes the acquisition of the former National Bank of New York City. At the time of the acquisition, we changed the name of National Bank of New York City to Newtek Bank National Association. I think it's important to note the transformation and conversion process is an ongoing, living and breathing activity. So we appreciate the patience that many of you have shown with us as we look to move Newtek Bank into the world and market of digitized business solutions and financial solutions. And we'll talk about that sort of as a common theme. I think the important thing to note, as you've heard, many of you have heard me say historically, the concept of bankers, branches, brokers, or business development officers in the systems that you've historically been used to will be slowly reduced over the course of time. However, our business model provides you with that same human contact and interface. We're not suggesting that you do all your business with software, or for that matter, speak to people that are in the Philippines or in Bangalore. To the contrary, we offer you full staff available 24/7 telephonically or on camera, and we'll be talking about that feature functionality throughout this presentation. We're thrilled to be positioned in the marketplace as the financial institution of the future, who not only takes deposits and prospectively makes loans to you, but also offers you many other services and solutions that reduce your costs, reduce your risk, make you more efficient, and most importantly, make you, our important client, more successful in the business community. When we acquired National Bank of New York City, it was a $200 million bank with about $37 million of capital. Capitalization has doubled as of June 30. I think we're in excess of about $80 million of capital at the bank. I think it's important to note that the bank holding company is about $1.4 billion as of June, and the bank has probably doubled, actually close to tripled in size within a short period of time. I expect that the bank's total assets will be to $700 to $800 million by the end of the year. One of the few banks that's actually growing its balance sheet. One of the few banks that actually, in the current environment, wants to make loans. So we're very excited about you, our clients, being helpful to you. That's why we've done this webinar. This webinar will be available on YouTube. We're going to hang it so you can come back and reference it. And it'll be listed as Introducing Newtek Bank N.A. and available for depositors to come back to and reference and listen to. I think it's important to note when you look at the current environment of entities, whether it's Chase or Capital One Bank, yes, some of these institutions are turning their branches into places where you can get a cup of coffee, get a quote on a stock, speak to an investment specialist, etc. We have all that, but we could offer that to you from the comfort of your office, your home, your living room, your kitchen table, as well as, importantly, having contact with a Newtek professional in one of the 6 verticals that really require a professional. So in addition to having a relationship with us, all of you should know that you've got relationships with a depository specialist, a lending specialist, a licensed insurance agent, a payroll health and benefits specialist, an IT specialist, and a money movement payment processing specialist. All of those are available to you through the Newtek Advantage. Slide number 2. Once again, from the acquisition date on January 6th through June, bank's equity base has doubled. I think it's important to note that I believe all of former National Bank of New York City employees have been retained. 1 or 2 might have left, but I'm not really sure, but all of them have been retained, and banking clients from National Bank of New York City can continue to maintain those relationships, whether it was with John Papadoc, Christine, or whomever it was at the bank. Feel free to continue to keep those phone numbers, maintain those relationships. However, important to know, we want to make sure that you know you've got a very large institution behind you to service your needs 24/7, 365. So over the next 30 days, all the Newtek Bank clients and the legacy National Bank of New York City clients will receive a communication from an additional relationship manager who they can call or email, in addition to the historic contacts that they have at National Bank of New York City. We want the former NBNYC clients that had great relationships to continue to keep them, maintain them, and enhance them, and that is what we're doing. The headcount of the bank has gone from 25, at the time of acquisition to 321 at June 30, 2023. I think many of you are aware that the Flushing branch of Newtek Bank will close on December 1, 2023. But I think it's important to note that Newtek Bank will maintain its operations in New Hyde Park, New York, which I believe is about 11 miles from the physical structure in Flushing, as well as the operational headquarters in Miami, Florida at 1111 Brickell. So once again, you're not losing people, you're not losing staff. And if you want to come in and meet somebody, that can be arranged clearly. For those people in Queens and Long Island, they can clearly reach us in our New Hyde Park location. Also important to note that if you want to learn more information about Newtek, please go to our website, newtek1.com. That's NEWTEKONE.com, or Newtek Bank, NEWTEKBANK.com. My personal contact information, because I'm available to you, our important customers, B. Sloane, BSLOANE at newtek1.com. Feel free to email me anytime, or my direct line, 212-356-9550. I'm available to speak with clients for any questions, comments, or concerns that you might have. I will also offer up the president and COO of Newtek Bank, Nick Young. Very eager to chat with you. Can be reached also at NYOUNG at newtek1.com, and Young at newtek1.com. We're excited about serving you, our important clients. We have a 10-person board of directors that's very well accomplished as bank and financial services executives, and at the publicly traded holding company, there's 7. All those names are listed on our website. Moving to slide number 3, on depository accounts, we have about 1,000 legacy National Bank of New York City depository accounts. We acquired 5,000 new depository accounts in a short period of time, almost 4,500 in a short window when we rolled out our digital account opening. We're currently very flush with cash, which is an enviable position for most banks today. And we're sitting on that because we've got loan demand that's growing nicely. We've projected in excess of $200 million of fundings for Q3, over $300 million in fundings for Q4. So we're active in the market trying to provide lending and capital services and solutions to our clients. We're excited about our growth opportunities. And we point out that all the legacy National Bank of New York City accounts will continue as of today, continue to be maintained, but we'll encourage those clients to use different interfaces, go to the Newtek Advantage, get a Newtek Advantage account, and to transition their relationship over to a Newtek Bank NA accounts, and that's going to be occurring through December of 2023. Slide number 4. Important, some of the advantages of the Newtek Bank depository accounts. First of all, we have increased our loan to borrower capacity with the additional capital. So we're now doing loans up to $10 million, and that's both for what I call CRE or investor-based commercial real estate-backed loans, as well as C&I, commercial and industrial, or just straight business loans. We can get them up to $10 million in revolving lines of credit and things of that nature. Also, we are offering free ACH and wire services to our clients. This is very valuable in the market today. And we're excited to be able to help our customers with not having those fees or statement fees. As you can see from our website, we've got very aggressive depository rates. Our commercial demand deposit account, which we refer to as a Newtek One account, has a 1% APY. Our high yield savings account for businesses, 3.5%, and our consumer high yield account, 5.25%. We're typically within the top 10 in the United States. We also offer a free Visa debit card for business accounts only. That's great advantage. That debit card's got a lot of great features for our clients, particularly business clients that can take advantage of Visa discount programs, points programs, and actually the ability to use Visa Direct and to move money quickly and effortlessly and using the Visa Direct channels. It's important to note our online banking product available 24/7, 365, including bill pay. We're instituting remote deposit capture and mobile deposit. So we're in the process of delivering the devices to customers for the remote deposit scanning capability. And to put a check on a mobile phone, that is available today, and it's what most of you can actually do beginning this afternoon. Important to note, particularly as we're moving into this world of branchless banking, we have set ourselves up with the MoneyPass ATM network. There's approximately 11 locations within 1 mile radius of the former branch location in Flushing. 11 locations to put your checks in, put your cash in, go directly into your account. And there's 2 locations within 2 blocks of where the former branch was. So for people that want to be able to deposit cash, or for that matter, deposit checks, that is still available to you, and that's important. And, you know, I will tell you that being a more seasoned person, when ATMs first came out, I said to myself, I'm going to put a check in a machine and expect that it's going to go into my bank. That's crazy. Well, it's not so crazy. Now we're looking at it almost 40 years later, and the proliferation of, you know, ATM activity and, you know, things being done in a digital digital manner continues to grow. So I do believe that the MoneyPass network, particularly for our customers that are all over the United States, really gives tremendous flexibility, safety, and security. Obviously, all of you have got access to bank staff by email, phone, and virtually on camera, or in person if necessary. Number 5, please. Slide 5. The Newtek Advantage would love for you all to go to our website, and you'll be hearing from people giving you a call shortly to take advantage of the Newtek Advantage. First thing and foremost, extremely important, it's free. F-R-E-E, free, the Newtek Advantage. You know, we think there's an advantage just doing business with Newtek, and we wanted to put that in a easy-to-use interface for each and every one of you. So for those of you that want to get to your deposit information, your lending information, your payment processing information, give us a referral as to how to help you or somebody else get to a solution. We give you and bring you the Newtek Advantage. Once again, it is totally free. One of the great features we offer is unlimited free digital document storage. So get rid of your Dropbox accounts or wherever else you've got your documents stored. Hopefully they're not on your laptop or sitting underneath a tower in your desk, because it's really not safe. It's really not secure. We want you and encourage you, whether you are a consumer that wants to upload your photos, driver's license, passport, lease agreements, insurance policies, or you're a business and you want to put your operational documents, your buy-sell agreements, your rental agreements, your insurance policies. Store all your documents. Most people are used to storing custodial documents on loan information with banks for paper. We can do it digitally. It's unlimited free digital document storage with the Newtek Advantage. Free web traffic and real-time analytics. So most of you or many of you have got websites and you really want to load into the Newtek Advantage the ability to track that website. So we do that for you automatically. So every time you go to bank, every time you go to look at money, wire money, move things around, maybe make payroll, whatever it might be, to go to the Newtek Advantage. We do believe that most of you go to your banks 2 to 5 times a week, 12 to 20 times a month. You'll be able to see how effective your website is, what the amount of unique visitors were, the amount of time on the website. You could track it today versus yesterday, this month, last month. Very, very valuable. In addition, particularly for consumers, we're getting a free auto, home, umbrella, and life insurance evaluation. So tough market, tough industry. Everyone's insurance premiums are going higher. Give us an opportunity to take a look at your policies, quote your home, quote your auto, quote your umbrella, all in the Advantage. We also, for those that are opening up depository accounts, offer an instant payroll quote by taking a look at the number of employees you have. We do our own payroll processing for close to 11 or 12,000 employees. It's close to 800 or 900 businesses. And we guarantee we're 15% cheaper than Paychex or ADP, but you also get a dedicated person to your account. Not in Bangalore, not in the Philippines, not there's anything wrong with that, but this is a US-based payroll professional, dedicated concierge service to your account. A, to be able to upload it, and B, to be able to service it over the time if you've got any questions for payroll. And many of you say, gee, I do it myself. I only have 2 or 3 people. Let me tell you, the small amount of money that you're going to spend to get your payroll done by us so that you don't make a mistake on your taxes, you make that mistake on your taxes, you'll be really upset you didn't have somebody else do your payroll for you. Some additional services that we offer by Newtek One and its affiliated non-FDIC insured subsidiaries. Merchant processing, we process over $5.5 billion of payments for tens of thousands of customers. That's card present. So it's in store with a terminal, a POS system, a Clover device, whatever it might be. We also fit people for online merchant services and mobile. We have a full array of the ability to help you take Visa, Master, Discover, American Express. We talked about our payroll solution. We're confident it's better software, lower price, integrates into your workman's comp and health insurance, 401k, and most importantly, our payroll solution is going to give you much greater transparency for the employees in your organization, for you small and medium-sized business owners. Once again, we talked about our quoting ability to regularly check if you're an individual, life, accident, health, home and auto. If you're a business, we could look at your workman's comp, your EPLI, your E&O insurance. If you're in the real estate business, if you need contractor bonds, we can help with that as well. The Newtek Advantage is your advantage, brought to you at no cost by Newtek One. Slide number 6. So clearly, Newtek One has grown the business of National Bank of New York City. By the way, I want to thank the former owners of National Bank of New York City. We're extremely appreciative of the acquisition and the attempt to carry on the legacy of 59 years servicing that community in Flushing, which you did so very, very well, particularly with a lot of local loans that we're now managing and servicing for the bank. And we continue to obviously maintain a presence. I don't know the exact number, but I'm pretty sure of our 500 plus employees, I think 300 of them are in New York State. However, I think it's important to note that we added a lot of additional capital to the bank, and due to the capital increases, our loan-to-one borrower limit has doubled over historic limits. So for those of you that have loans with us, you need bigger limits, we certainly are excited to talk to you about that. We have business lines of credit now available on a revolving basis. We offer business term loans with 10 to 25-year amortization schedules with no balloons. So that long AM schedule is very helpful for your cash flow needs. We are now with the bank, we now are able to, historically as a non-bank, we could not do commercial real estate and business loans. Now we can do them with a 50-state national footprint through the OCC chartered Newtek Bank National Association. Important to note, at present, there's no consumer lending available, but we can arrange financing for you. It's really not hard. Every 99% of the banks in the United States do this, ready, willing, and able. So if you need some help with that, we can help, but we will not be making consumer loans at present time. If you need help from a lending officer, please put in a referral at newtekone.com for immediate attention. So to conclude, slide number 7, once again, I can't thank you enough for attending today. I look forward to the Q&A. We are positioned as Newtek One. That was a name change that was done in conjunction with the acquisition of the bank, because now owning the bank and being a depository, we are positioned to be the one financial and business intermediary to service all your needs. The Newtek Advantage should be your dashboard to help you run and manage your business every single day. I mean, It lets you do payroll from it, look at your merchant processing data, look at insurance if you need it, look at your deposits, helps you move money and borrow in the event that you need it. We set out as a goal not to look or feel like any other business bank, and that includes the biggest ones out there, the top 4, or the local ones, who might take your deposits for little or no interest and might struggle to make you a loan. If you think about what your other banking relationships have done for you, I say not much. Taking your money is a privilege, as from a depository, and making sure it's insured. We have the FDIC insurance on all your deposits. And I think that we didn't acquire National Bank of New York City just to do that. We acquired it to be that one partner, only partner that you need, the one institution that really meets your needs, and the one institution that makes you more successful. We can help enhance the way you pay your bills, invoice clients with our electronic Newtek billing manager, ensure your personal and commercial assets, make your payroll easy, frictionless, manage your business, hardware and software 24/7, 365. One of the unique feature functions and real difficult aspects of both individuals or small businesses. What do I do with my data? What do I do with my hardware and software? I don't want to manage it. Give it to us. We do it 24/7, 365 in a data center in New Jersey and in Phoenix. So we're live, hot, backed up off of 2 power grids. We can really help you with IT. We'll offer a free security assessment to all of our clients. It's very important to note. So if you want to see how you're handling, whether it's a small one-person business that's working at home, we can do that evaluation for you to make sure that your hardware and software and your personal and confidential data is kept safe and secure. We've been in business over 25 years. We have a very well capitalized bank and financial holding company. We have financials readily available to you. We will furnish you with our Qs and Ks. Those are public information documents filed with the Securities Exchange Commission. So we're prepared to give those to you every day, anytime upon request, or we'll be sure to make sure that our team sends them out to you. And for consumers, the high yield savings account, it's really one of the highest rates that we're paying in the market. Feel free to enjoy our high rates, unlimited document storage, free evaluation of your home, auto, umbrella to confirm you're getting the best coverage at the best price. And we do appreciate your business and don't take it for granted. I think it's important to note. We also have great rates on CDs and time deposits. We actually have an interesting variable rate CD that floats at Treasury bill auction plus 10 basis points. So you can always do better than a government Treasury bill, and it changes and adjusts every single month. And you get to invest your money for 2 years and not worry about it. As rates go higher or lower, the rate on the CD will adjust. So a lot of interesting things for you. We really appreciate your attendance today. And Hallie, I'd love to open up the rest of the time allotted for Q&A. Anybody has a question, right, just click on the box and submit it.
The first question is, can you tell us why you acquired National Bank of New York City to become a bank holding company? Why this bank versus other banks?
I'll take the second part of the question first. National Bank of New York City was a financial institution that we were very comfortable with the former management and the way they ran the business, their loan portfolio, and their risk management, as well as the national charter to be able to do business in all 50 states. So that really represented a good target for us, and we were very appreciative of the discussion and the negotiation that we had with the owners. And, we needed some level of patience to get through the regulatory process, which happens in every acquisition today, but that worked out well. Converting Newtek into Newtek One, owning National Bank of New York City, now called Newtek Bank NA, it really gives us the ability to connect with our clients 2 to 5 times a week, 12 to 20 times a month, and let them know, without having to have a conversation, that we can help them with their e-commerce platform through our web traffic analytics, that we can help them move money through payment processing or ACHing through our online banking, that we can obviously provide them with lending information. We could pay them the highest rates on their money, whether they're depositing for transaction capability or for long-term savings. To let them know that we can help them with their technology, their IT. We are here to solve their problems. And customers typically go to their banks many times a week, many times a month. So that was why this was really valuable to our overall business strategy and philosophy for Newtek One to be a financial holding company.
The next question is, can you explain why you say you're well capitalized and what does that mean exactly?
Sure. I guess, everyone has a different definition of, what well capitalized is. But when you take a look at our capital ratios versus banking peers, we have far more capital, and you could use some of the statistics from June 30th. They are on our website in the investor relations section. There's a variety of different ratios, but most banks in the market have capital ratios of 6, 8, well capitalized, typically 10%. Our ratios at the bank and at the bank holding company are all in excess of that. And it's important to have a well-capitalized institution to show that you're not that highly levered. And if mistakes are made, you can absorb those mistakes, from a lending perspective. So we decided that we would really put a lot of capital into the bank. I think our current capital is in excess of $80 million on $550 million worth of assets at the end of the June quarter. So, our capital ratios, depending on which one you look at, are in the teens, and we continue want to be a well-capitalized bank, being able to use our balance sheet to help our clients by making more loans, and also to make sure that we can absorb any shocks that we have in the system, that people are comfortable depositing their funds with us.
Next question is, can I maintain the relationships I had with the former National Bank of New York City staff?
Yeah, and we encourage that. Obviously, for those customers that have loans with us, most of you deal with John Papadon, his team, and on the deposit side, Christine has a whole group of people that have that depository relationship. So we don't want that to change, but we also want to offer you additional resources to get to people when you need to get them. We're dealing in a world that has a little bit higher level of immediate satisfaction and gratification. In the old days, if you were dealing with a bank, get in your car, horse and buggy or whatever, go down to the bank branch and speak to people. And obviously the use of the phone made that easier too. But I think from our perspective, we want people to be able to get to the resource when they need it on demand, whether it's through your smartphone, your laptop, or picking up the phone and calling your existing relationship or some of the new relationships that you have going through the Newtek Advantage. So everybody that does their business here should know that they've got 6 new friends in each different vertical.
Why can you offer such high interest rates for savers and depositors?
It's a good question, because I think historically when a bank was out there with the highest rates, it was a concern of depositors that, gee, they're paying really high rates. What are they doing with the money? They must have a problem, or there's high risk associated with it. Well, we are unique lenders. We lend in areas of the marketplace that others have not been able to participate in because they don't have the 20 years worth of experience, the technology, the software, the people, the process in place, such as SBA lending and other types of small business lending, where because we offer 10 to 25-year long-term amortization rates with no loan covenants, they can afford to pay a higher rate because their payments are spread out over the course of time. So because of that, our margins are better, and we're able to really pass those benefits on to people that want to save money with us. in transactional accounts or in savings accounts. And that's why we're able to pay higher rates without, we think, taking inordinary risks or risks that we've been very comfortable and successful managing over 20 years.
What are some of the free benefits we get from Newtek Bank versus other banks where I may have accounts?
We talked a little bit about that. Obviously, we talked about, a higher rate structure, the ability to move money through ACH or wires without payment. And the most important thing is the Newtek Advantage, which is really the ability to get a lot of free things like digital document storage unlimited and the web traffic analytics on a real-time basis to be able to follow the success and tracking of your website or programs that you might have. So there's so many advantages. They were listed in the presentation today, so I would refer to that questionnaire back to the presentation, but there's so many advantages that are free and available to our clients for dealing with Newtek Bank NA.
As a consumer with a large CD presence with Newtek, I was wondering if Newtek would consider variable CDs and allowing money movement with ACH transfers of higher limits.
Yeah, I think that, on the CD front, we've got our CDs listed where those rates are changing and are adjusted pretty frequently, particularly given how volatile rates are. What was the last part of that question?
The last part was, would Newtek Bank consider allowing movement of money using ACH transfers at a higher limit?
Yeah. So I think the answer to that question is whatever your limit is, you just need to ask. I think it's important to note that the level of fraud in the marketplace for non-present banking is high. It's kind of shocking what the statistics are. With that said, we're very careful about dealing with clients in the manner that we're dealing with them and moving money. So, someone willy-nilly calling up and saying, gee, can you move money or increase the rate, particularly associated with the account, we want to make sure that that customer's depository relationship is safe and is secure, and that they're not being scammed or we're not being scammed in one way, shape, or form. So I think based upon calling up the banking representative that you're connected with, we can help you with that and take a look into managing your limits better to suit your needs.
The next question says, I love saving at Newtek Bank, but I use the web. What's a good time to contact tech support?
I would say anytime, although for the most part, we have most of our staff on during what you would consider sort of normal business hours. But I would say anytime you need help, you should be able to get somebody on the phone rather quickly. And at last resort, I'd say send me an email if you're stuck. But we're supposed to be on these opportunities and relationships instantly.
Do you have fixed rate business loans?
We do. They're typically fixed for 5 years and then they adjust. So, once again, depending on the type of loan, we might not have a loan if it's a $50,000 loan or $100,000 loan. Those are typically done floating rate. But the commercial real estate loans and the C&I loans or business loans can be fixed for 5 years if they're big enough. But we do prefer floating rate for obvious reasons. That's been helpful to us in the current environment, and that actually has been a problem for many of our banking competitors, the fixed rate nature of loans.
How can we find out more about the free digital storage and web analytics?
Please call the 800 line, and our 24/7 team will be able to help walk you through the process of how to really drop and drag documents into your digital storage vault and really get to be able to utilize the Newtek Advantage. It's one of the nicest features that we offer our clients. I've spoken to clients that have saved hundreds of dollars a month by using our document storage.
Can I invest more than $250,000 in the bank and still have my money insured?
Yes, you can do that without getting too much into the weeds. Our depository specialist can help you with that. In your household, in the event that you have a partner or married or you've got kids, everybody in your household could qualify for the 250. So potentially in a 4-person household, I think you can get up to about $1 million. And then we've also got solutions where we are connected to other institutions so that the funds are effectively kept with us in our bank, but you get the benefit of the FDIC insured $250,000 with other entities. So, there's no real simple generic answer to that question, but you can get beyond 250,000. Speak to one of our bank representatives. You can even get beyond the millions.
Can you refinance an SBA 7A loan into an SBA 504 fixed rate loan?
You're testing my technical capabilities. I think the answer is yes, but you need to speak to our lending specialist to confirm that. I won't swear that I have that answer right, but I think I do.
If you currently have a Newtek Bank high yield savings account, do you have to create a new login for Newtek One and the Newtek Advantage?
You could use the same, you can set it up the Newtek Advantage to use the same login, yes.
Another question on the rate. Thank you, Mr. Sloane, and good job on leading the company in the right direction. Is the APY sustainable on the consumer high yield savings? And do you see it increasing throughout the year with the Fed rate gradually rising?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good question. And I think that from our standpoint, we are very appreciative of the depositors that came to us and savers for the consumer high yield account. And we don't want to lose you. So we're going to continue to track where short-term rates are. And I could indicate to you that we will strongly endeavor to keep those depositor relationships and not, if you excuse the expression, bait and switch you. I mean, I can't guarantee that, but we understand where that market is. We track it, and we don't want to lose those important customers.
Next question is, why don't you currently provide consumer lending?
It's a good question, and the answer to that is, first of all, being all things to all people is very difficult, and very few people actually can be all things to all people. We feel that our background and history is best served by focusing our lending activities on small to medium-sized businesses and independent business owners or middle market companies. And then from a competitive perspective, it's pretty hard to compete. Where I'm totally confident we are unbelievably competitive in our deposit rates for consumers, our ability to help you with insurance, storing your documents, helping you across the board in many of your areas. Making a home mortgage loan or issuing a consumer credit card would probably not be something that we would be able to compete with the other organizations well. So therefore, we would encourage you that if you had a need, we will work with other entities to arrange it for you. But we're not the best place to go. By the way, I wouldn't recommend for any of the things I discussed today to go to Bank of America, or go to them first and come back to us, and you'll never want to leave us again.
There's a client who secured an SBA loan with us who's wondering who they can get in contact with to discuss other potential loans and other Newtek One products.
Sure. I would go to the website and put a referral in for lending, and one of our business service specialists will get to you right away.
Can I wire funds from a consumer savings account anywhere in any amount, and is there a fee to do so?
There's no fee for you to ACH or wire money from a consumer high yield savings account.
Okay, can you tell us who the Newtek Bank president is and who we can reach, how we can reach them?
Yes, his name is Nick Young, NYOUNG at Newtek One or newtekbank.com. He'll be reachable through his email address.
Can you tell us why you think we should bank at Newtek Bank over other banks?
Well, I kind of just spent about an hour doing that, but I think that the reason is that we give our customers so much more than what I'm very familiar with the top 4 banks do, or the community banks, or even the super regionals, who basically take your deposit money, don't pay you the full rate of interest on it, and if you're lucky, you get a loan. So I think that, you know, we're really much better at making our clients better and more successful. And that is really fits under that whole description of the Newtek Advantage, Newtek One. So that's why I think we're better. I mean, I would suggest when you have more time, go back and look at the presentation on YouTube, listen to the discussion. I think you'll feel good about it.
Yeah, that's everything we have at the moment.
Well, I really appreciate the audience participation. We had hundreds of people register for this webinar, and we appreciated the opportunity to connect. We'll endeavor to do so on some regular basis, maybe quarterly or semi-annually, just to connect with you all, to let you know how we're doing, and to also hear you out directly. As I mentioned to you, I am available to hear your comments or concerns through email or my direct line, and I welcome the opportunity, as do every associate and Newtek employee do, to serve you, make you better, make you more successful, and enhance your business. So thank you for attending today. Greatly appreciate your time. Have a great afternoon.